Hello everybody. So today's class will be discussing about lease evaluation. So today's evaluation will be from the lessor's point of view. Okay, from the lessor's point of view. So as you know, there are two parties in the lease. One is the lessor, other is the lessee. No, who is the lessor? Lessor is the owner of the asset. Okay, he is the owner of the asset, and the lessee, he is the person who do not possess the asset, who do not own the asset, but he is in requirement of the asset. So he is going to borrow the asset. He is the borrower of the asset. So from the lessor, the lessee will borrow the asset. Okay. Lessor is the owner of the asset. He buys the asset. He buys the asset from the supplier. Then he gives the asset on lease to the lessee. And what he get in return, the lessee pays some lease rental to the lessor. So the lessee pays some lease rental to the lessor on a periodic basis for having the for borrowing the asset. All right. So today we will be looking from the lessor's point of view, from the point of view of the owner of the asset, whether he should lease the asset or not. All right, whether he is going to lease the asset, or whether leasing of the asset from his point of view is profitable or not. Earlier we have seen from the lessee's point of view also, whether it is feasible for the lessee to borrow the asset or not. So today we are going to consider the lessor's point of view. All right. So before going into this details of this, uh, in the lessor's point of view, when we are going to find the lease evaluation, when we are going to do the lease evaluation, mainly you have to find two things. Okay, that what are the benefits which he will be having, what are the benefits that he will be having from the lease, and what are the costs he will be having from the lease. Okay, what are the benefits and what are the costs that the lessor is going to have from the lease agreement. So whenever the lessor will give the asset on lease, he'll be having some benefits. He'll get some lease rental, or he'll get some other benefits, and he'll be having some cost, like he have to buy the asset, he have to pay the depreciation and all these things. So overall the benefits and the cost you have to compare. If the benefits are more than the cost, okay, it is feasible for the lessor to give the asset on lease. And if the costs are more than the benefits, then it is not feasible for the lessor to give the asset on lease. So if benefits is more than cost, lessor should lease the asset, and if the costs are more than the benefits, then the lessor should not lease the asset. All right. So now we'll be finding or we'll be looking into the benefits and the cost of the lessor when he is going to lease the asset. Now see, whenever a lessor is going to lease the asset, first thing is that he need to buy the asset. No, he has to buy the asset. So whenever he will buy the asset, he will be having the first cost, that is the cost of the investment, that is the initial investment, you can say. Okay, he will be having the first cost, that is the initial investment, that is the amount of money he will be paying to buy the asset. This is the first cost you are having. Okay, then after this, see, whenever a lease agreement is entered into between the lessor and the lessee, then usually the lessor takes some fees from the lessee, which is known as the management fee. Okay, so the lessor charges some fees from the lessee, which is known as the management fee. So whenever the fees will be charged from the lessee, he will be getting the money, lessor will be getting the money. So it is a benefit for him. So he'll be having the management fee. This is usually taken on the starting of the lease. Okay, at the starting, whenever the lease proceedings are done, this management fees is taken by the lessor from the lessee. So this is usually one time and taken at the starting usually. Now this benefit which you are having, which the lessor is having, so we are considering everything from the lessor's point of view. Okay, so this is an income for the lessor. So whenever there is an income for the lessor, that is a source of income, that is the management fee. So whenever there is an income for the lessor, he will also have to pay the tax on that income. So that tax becomes a cost for him. Okay, this management fees which he will earn, for that he will be paying some cost also, which is the tax on management fee. Tax on the management fees. Whenever there is an income, there will be the tax on that income. All right. Now see, management fees is done. Management with the management fees, the lease proceedings are the lessor actually agreed to give the asset on lease to the lessee. So at the starting, he has taken this management fee. Now after that, see, when the lessor is the owner of the asset, he will also have the depreciation, no? So when the depreciation will be there, depreciation is something, see, which is definitely a cost for the lessor, but it is something which the lessor is not going to pay from his pocket, because it is not something which is paid in cash. Okay, depreciation is just the reduction in value of the asset in the books of accounts. So there you cannot say it is a cost, or you cannot say that it is a cash flow for the lessor, because for the lessor he is not paying any money. It is not a cash outflow for the lessor. But yes, whenever he will be considering the depreciation, he will be getting some tax benefit for that, because he will be showing the depreciation is an expenditure in his accounts. So that expenditure will reduce his income, and that way you can say it is giving some tax benefit to the lessor. So that tax benefit will come as a benefit for the lessor. That will be the tax shield on depreciation. Okay, the tax shield on the depreciation, that will be a benefit for the lessor. Okay, so but you are not going to show this depreciation as a cost, because this depreciation will not be a cash outflow for the lessor. So we are not showing it as a cash cost, because we are considering mainly the cash flow part, not the actual cost, but the cash outflows in the cost. Okay, so in this cost we are showing what are the cash outflows for the lessor. So depreciation is not a cash outflow, so only the benefit of tax shield on the depreciation will come, which will come as a benefit for the lessor. Now after this, see, lessor will give the asset on lease to the lessee, so he will get the lease rental. So this lease rental are again a benefit for him. This is a sort of source of income for him. So you will have the lease rental as a benefit. You will be having the lease rental, so which is the income. Now whenever there is an income, you have to pay the tax on that. So that is a cost, tax on lease rental. Tax on lease rental, which is a cost. Again, at the end of the life of the asset, the owner, that is the lessor, will sell the asset. So he will be getting some salvage value. So you will be selling, the lessor will be selling the asset, and he will get some salvage value. Okay, so that salvage value will come as a benefit for the lessor. Okay, so that will also be a benefit which the lessor is going to get. All right, now apart from this, in the entire process of leasing, there can be also certain other expenses, miscellaneous expenses can be there. Okay, or the cost can be there which the lessor is going to incur in the process of leasing. So you can also consider those also, that any other, say, direct cost which the lessor is bearing on the lease. So that will be a cost, and whenever this cost is there, you will also get some tax benefit on that. Okay, this may not be there in certain cases, but if it is there, then you will get the tax benefit as well. So tax shield on any other direct cost. Okay, so these are the primary sources of cost, and these are the primary sources of benefits which the lessor will have. Okay, on the cost you will be having the initial investment, then the tax on the management fees and the lease rental, and any other direct cost which you may have, which the lessor may have. And on the benefits, the lessor will get the management fees, he will get the lease rental, he will get the salvage value, he will also get tax shield on depreciation and tax shield on any other direct cost which is applicable. Okay, so these are the benefits and cost for the lessor. And if the benefits are more than the cost, then the lessor should lease the asset, and if the costs are more than the benefits, then the lessor should not lease the asset. Now we'll try to see the break-even lease rental. Okay, break-even lease rental, which is known as the BELR. Now this BELR is from the lessor point of view. Okay, from the lessor's point of view. Earlier we have also done the BELR, but that break-even lease rental was from the lessee's point of view. So that lessee's point of view is different than the lessor's point of view. Lessee's point of view, what was there? We tried to see whether the lessee should take the asset on lease or not, whether that will be beneficial for him or not. Now this is opposite. Here the lessor, the owner of the asset, whether he should give the asset on lease to the lessee or not. So that you are going to look into in this lessor's point of view. Now what is the break-even lease rental from the lessor point of view? See, break-even means it is either the maximum or the minimum lease rental. Now from the lessor point of view, lessor means he is giving the asset on lease. So the break-even lease rental is the minimum rental. Okay, it is the minimum rental which he has to charge from the lessor so that he can give the asset on lease. Means if the lessor is having the asset, if he is going to lease the asset to some lessee, then what is the minimum rental which he must get? Okay, so that the lease is on the break even, that is, it is neither on profit nor on loss. If you get more than the break even lease rental, it will be profitable for the lessor. If he gets less than the break even lease rental, then it is a loss for him. So if the rental which he gets is less than BELR, then he should not go for that lease. And if the rental which he gets is more than the BELR, then the lessor should go for the lease. Okay, so at the break even lease rental, the break even lease rental which is there at this point, the lessor is at no profit no loss condition. All right, so the break-even lease rental is what? It is the minimum rental which the lessor will be having to give the asset on lease. So it is the minimum rental. So below that BELR, if the he is getting the amount less than the BELR, then he is not going to give the asset on lease because that will be a loss for him. And if he gets it more than the BELR, more than the break-even lease rental, then he should be giving the asset on lease. Okay, but remember, this is from the lessor's point of view. Okay, so it is the minimum rental which he must get to give the asset on lease. So now we'll try to find the break-even lease rental. So how you are going to find the break-even lease rental for the lessor? So the condition for break-even is very simple. Okay, it is the condition where when the lessor is at a no profit no loss condition. So no profit no loss means it is the condition when the means for the BELR, for the break-even lease rental condition, the net advantage of leasing, okay, net advantage of leasing or the net present value of leasing, these are same thing. Net advantage of leasing or net present value of leasing should be 0. So if you get the net present value of leasing or the net advantage of leasing 0, means that is the condition where the rental is equal to the BELR. So break even lease rental jeta koriba tetia net advantage of leasing is going to be 0. All right, that is the condition where it is neither profitable nor loss for the lessor. So now we are going to find now we'll see how to find the BELR for a lessor. So for that you will be requiring these things, okay, the benefits and the cost, because to find the BELR you will make the net advantage to leasing 0. And what is net advantage to leasing? Net advantage to leasing is simple, benefits minus the cost. So sum total of benefits minus the sum total of the cost. So now we'll just write all these things. How you are going to write? So just really you write them. It is very simple. See. The net advantage to leasing, okay. For the lessor, the net advantage to leasing, what is it? We'll write the benefits first, okay. We have these benefits: management fees, tax shield on depreciation, lease rental, salvage value, and tax shield on any other direct cost. So I am going to write all this. Just I am writing the lease rental at the starting, okay, because we are doing it for lease. So let us write the lease rental first. You can also write it later, there is nothing wrong in that, alright? So net advantage to leasing is, it is just the present value of the benefits minus the present value of the cost. Okay, so present value of benefits means we'll write them. Okay, so the present value of what? First was our lease rental. These are the benefits which we have already found. Then the second benefit which we have found is present value of the management fees. We are adding all those benefits. Okay, and we are taking the present value of the benefits, not just the benefits but the present value. Then third one is present value of tax shield on depreciation. Then after that we have present value of salvage, value. Then we have the present value of tax shield on any other direct cost. So these are the benefits which you are having, okay, which the lessor is having. So we are adding all the present value of the benefits, and from that you will be subtracting. What you are going to subtract? You will subtract all the cost. So see, what are the cost? First cost was the initial investment, that is the initial outlay or the cost of the asset which he is having, the first installment or the first investment. Then the next cost was what? It was the present value of the management fee. No, present value of the tax, no, on tax on management fee. Okay, this was the cost. So all this we are taking from that cost benefit which we have made. Okay, so in case you get you could not remember all this term, you just try to think what are the benefits the lessor will have, what are the costs the lessor will have. You can make the table of the benefits and cost, and then you add all the benefits and you subtract all the cost. It is that simple. Okay, you don't have to remember also, you can just think and find what are the benefits and what are the cost. So PV of the tax on the management fees. Then we have the PV of present value of tax on lease rental. Then we have present value of any other direct cost. Okay, so these are the benefits. Okay, these are the benefits and these are the cost. So sum total of the present value of the benefits minus sum total of the present value of the cost. So that will give the net advantage of leasing. So you have to find the net advantage of leasing, and if you want to find the break-even lease rental, then instead of this net advantage of leasing, you just put 0 here. If you put this net advantage of leasing as 0, then this condition is the condition for break-even lease rental. So whenever you'll make it 0 and you'll put all the values here, you'll be getting the amount of lease rental. That lease rental is the break-even lease rental. All right. And yes, whenever we are saying it is present value PV, this PV has to be taken. Okay, present value at what? At the marginal or the overall cost of fund of the lessor. Okay, it is the source of fund of the lessor. What is the cost of that source? Okay, it is the marginal cost of fund for the lessor or the overall weighted average cost of capital of the lessor. So at that percentage, at that rate, you will be finding the present value factors. You will be finding the present value of the all the terms. You have to find the present value at that same rate only. Okay, only one rate is applicable when you are doing it from the lessor point of view. Okay, So this is the formula which you have. You can look into the formula, and now we'll try to solve one simple sum. Okay, so let us solve one. Let us take a very easy sum. Simple example is there. Okay, suppose the cost of asset is 330 lakhs. Suppose that is the cost of the asset. Okay, and the salvage value after 5 years, suppose the salvage value is 33 lakhs. Okay, so life of the asset is 5 years, and after 5 years the salvage will be 33 lakhs. Then there is some initial indirect cost also, initial direct cost also. Okay, and these are paid in advance. Okay, that is 3 lakhs. Now what is this? See, these are some direct cost. Okay, means for the lessor is the owner of the asset, so whenever the lessor is buying the asset, probably he is getting some extra expenses also, so some direct costs are there. So that is 3 lakhs rupees, and this is paid in advance. Paid in advance means initially it is paid in advance, means it is at the starting itself. So at the start of the lease, on the 0 year, these are paid. Okay, at the starting itself. So this 3 lakhs, this is the present value of this 3 lakhs is going to be 3 lakhs only, because these are paid in advance. That is at the initial stage only. So on today's date, you can say this is paid as 3 lakhs. So present value is going to be 3 lakhs only. Okay, then there is some management fees. What is management fees? Management fees is the fees charged by the lessor from the lessee for processing the lease. Okay, so management fees is rupees 5 lakhs. This 5 lakhs is also paid in advance at the starting. Lessee pays this amount to the lessor. So for the lessor, this is the income, 5 lakhs rupees. Then marginal cost of fund for lessor is given. Marginal cost of fund for lessor is 14%. This will act as the discounting rate for your evaluation. Tax rate 35%, and depreciation is 25%. Okay, what is the break-even lease rental for the lessor? Don't forget to see for lessor or lessee what is given. So this formula which we have seen, this is for the lessor. Okay, for lessee the formulas are different. You already have those from earlier classes. So for the lessor, this is the formula. This one is the formula for lessor, and we'll do it now right now. Okay, have a quick look at the example. Cost of the asset 330 lakhs, salvage value 33 lakhs, initial direct cost 3 lakhs. Okay, so this is cost for the lessor. Initial direct cost 3 lakhs. At the starting he will be having this. Management fees 5 lakhs. This is the income for the lessor. He takes it from the lessee at the starting itself. Marginal cost of fund 14%, which will be the discounting rate. Tax rate 35%, depreciation 25%. You need to find the break-even lease rental for the lessor. So how you are going to find the break-even lease rental? Very simple. You will put the net advantage of leasing 0 here. In this formula, this NAL will be put as 0. Then you will be finding the PV of the benefits minus PV of cost. Means 0 equals to present value of benefits minus present value of cost. For benefits you have these things, ekhini benefits ase amar, and for cost you have this. So you will be finding all this value, you will be putting them in the equation and make it equal to 0. You will get the value of the lease rental. Okay, so to start with, again you have to make the depreciation table, no? So better to make the depreciation table only. at the starting, because otherwise it will be taking more time in the middle. So let us make the depreciation table. So we have how many years? We have 5 years. Value of asset at the start of the year, at the beginning of the year. Then you have the depreciation for the year, which is 25%. Then you have value of asset at the end of the year. Okay, so let us find it quickly. Starting the value is 330 lakhs. No, let all the figures be in lakhs. So starting value is 330 lakhs. 25% depreciation will be 82.5. 25% of 330. So closing value will be 247.5. That will be the opening for the next year. Depreciation will be 61.88, 25%. Then remaining will be 185.62. So this way we will be having the depreciation figures. Okay, so this column gives the amount of depreciation for the 5 years. After that, what you are going to do, see, we have space here. We can do some further simplification so that we can directly put the figures in the BELR table. So what I am going to do, see, this depreciation which is there, for this depreciation, this is an expenditure for the lessor. So on this depreciation, the lessor will get some tax benefit, no? Because this 82.5 lakhs which he is having an expenditure for the first year, on this he will be getting some tax benefit. What is the tax benefit he will be having? The tax benefit will be depreciation into the tax percentage. So the tax shield which you will get, tax shield on depreciation. Okay, tax shield on depreciation, how it will be obtained? Tax shield on depreciation, it will be calculated as, how you are going to find it? It is depreciation into the tax rate. Okay, means 82.5 lakhs which the amount is, which is the amount of expenditure on depreciation. This will reduce the income by 82.5 lakhs. So there will be a saving of tax on this 82.5 lakhs. Amount of tax saved will be the amount of expenditure into the tax rate. So 82.5 into tax rate is 35%. So 82.5 into 0.35, it will be 28.875. Okay. Similarly, second year 61.88 depreciation into 0.35 tax rate, it will be 21.658. Third year again 46.4 into 0.35. Then fourth year 34.8 into 0.35. And fifth year 26.1 into 0.35, 9.135. These are the tax benefit which the lessor will get. You have to find the present value of the tax shield. So present value factors at marginal cost of capital of the lessor, which is at 14%. No, 14%. The tabulated figures are 0.877, 769, 0.675. Okay, these are numbers from table. Multiply them, you will get the present value of tax shield on depreciation. Present value of tax shield on depreciation. So tax shield into present value factors. 28.875 into 0.877. It will be 25.32. Similarly, find the others. And 4.74. Okay, these are the present value of the tax shield on depreciation. Find the total. Summation is how much? It is 64.89 lakhs. Okay, this is 64.89 lakhs. Alright, so now what you are going to do, this depreciation is calculated. Now you have to put all this, you have to put that net advantage to leasing formula. In that formula you have to put all the values. So this is our formula now, net advantage of leasing. So you have to put all these benefits and you have to subtract all the cost. Alright, so now see what are the benefits and the cost. First benefit is present value of the lease rental. Now whenever you are finding the break-even lease rental, you do not know the break-even lease rental. So assume that the break-even lease rental is suppose certain amount, say L. Okay, so let the break-even lease rental be capital L. Okay, suppose it is capital L, and suppose this L is paid in what? It is the amount of lease rental, it is paid on an annual basis at the end of every year. So payment will be like this. Okay, means your year will be like this. No, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lease rental, how you are going to pay? If you pay it on a year, on the 0 year, no rental. First year L, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. So from 1 to 5 years, it will be L amount that the lessee is going to pay to the lessor. Okay, so the lessor will get this L amount from first to fifth year. You are doing the analysis from the lessor's point of view, so he will be having this income from the first year to the fifth year, and on the 0 year he will not get this amount. All right, so suppose the lease rental is L, we have made the assumption. So after that, what you are going to do? After this, we will be finding the, we will be putting them in that formula. Okay, so let me put them in the formula. What is our formula? Our formula is this one. No, net advantage of leasing is PV of benefits minus PV of cost. So for break-even condition, what happens? For break-even lease rental, this NL will be 0. So 0 equals to PV of benefits minus PV of cost. So 0 will be equal to PV of benefits minus PV of cost. So suppose 0 will be remain as 0 only. PV of benefits, what you are going to write now? PV of benefits, what will be the PV of benefits? Okay, so now let us see what will be the PV of the benefits. So let me use some graph paper for this. See, what is your first benefit? You see the formula. First benefit is PV of the lease rental. So for the next 5 years, the lease rental which will be there, what will be the present value of that? Okay, so how you will find that? We know that the lease rental will be in the first, second, third and fourth and fifth year. So these are the lease rental. Okay, so you have to find the present value of them. Every year the amount is same, L only. So what will be the present value? Present value will be annuity only, PVIFA at the cost of capital of the lessor 14% for 5 years. 1 to 5 years is there, so it is 5 years into the amount L. So this will be the present value of the lease rental. No, PVIFA 14% 5 year into L. So first benefit will be this one, PVIFA 14% 5 year into L. Now what is this PVIFA 14% 5 year? Okay, you go through the annuity table. In the annuity table you can find this 14% 5 year figure. It will be 3.433. okay, this figure is 3.433. so 3.433 into L is the present value of the lease rental. So I am putting it here, 3.433 L. okay, that is our first benefit. Plus second benefit, see what was there. Second benefit is present value of the management fees. Okay, so in this example the management fees is, say it is 5 lakhs rupees, and management fees is something which is paid at the starting itself. So the present value will be same 5 lakhs only. So present value of the management fees will be 5 lakhs itself. So plus 5 lakhs. Okay, all numbers are in lakhs. Okay, so it is 5 lakhs management fees. Plus next is our present value of tax shield on depreciation. This we have already calculated in this table. No, in this depreciation table we have calculated the present value of tax shield. Total is 64.89. so put this figure 64.89. so it will be 64.89 lakhs. Plus next what we have, see present value of the salvage value. Okay, the salvage value of the asset, what will be the present value of that. Now see what is the salvage value given. The salvage value was given as 33 lakhs after 5 years. So if after 5 years it is 33 lakhs, what will be the present value? Okay, 33 lakhs after 5 years. So present value will be how much? Into PVIF 14% 5 years. So 33 lakhs into PVIF will be how much? 14% 5 years. The number is going to be, it will be 0.519 from the table. So if you multiply it, it will be 17.127 lakhs. So present value of the salvage value is 17.127 lakhs. Okay, so salvage present value, it is done. Then what you have next? Plus next you have present value of tax shield on direct cost. Okay, present value of tax shield on direct cost. So see what are the direct cost you have. There is one direct cost. Okay, initial direct cost which is paid in advance is 3 lakhs. Paid in advance means at the starting of the year. Initial means at the 0 year. So at the starting of the lease itself, there is a expenditure of 3 lakhs rupees. So present value of this direct cost will be 3 lakhs. Okay, expenditure is 3 lakhs, which present value is also 3 lakhs. Means the expenditure is like this. You see, you have this timeline, no, 0 1 2 3 4 5. This is the year. The direct cost which you are having it on the 0 year only, on the starting only. So on the starting you have this 3 lakh expenditure. You do not have this laughter rewards. Only on the starting you have this. But the starting whatever you are having, this is the cost. Benefit, what is there? Benefit is there. This cost will have some tax benefit, and the tax benefit you never get it on the 0 year. Okay, tax benefit you are never going to get it on the 0 year. You will get the tax benefit from the first year itself. So the tax benefit of this 3 lakhs on the 0 year cost, it will be provided on the first year, a year after that. Because on the 0 year you cannot claim the benefit, you will be claiming the benefit on the next year. What will be the benefit? Benefit will be the expenditure into tax percentage. Expenditure is 3 lakhs, tax percentage is 0.35. So 3 lakhs into 0.35 is the tax benefit which you will get in the first year. Then second, third, fourth, fifth, no benefit, because you do not have the cost from the first year. You have the cost only at the starting. So for that you will be having this much of benefit. Expenditure into T. Okay, T is 0.35. So this is the tax benefit. What will be the present value of this? This you are going to get after 1 year, no? So the present value will be how much? 3 into 0.35 into PVIF. Rate will be 14%, 1 year, because you are getting it after 1 year. So that will be how much? 3 into 0.35 into 14% 1 year. 14% 1 year means from the table you can find it, it is 0.877. So if you multiply all this, the amount will come out as 0.921. This is the tax benefit, present value of the tax benefit. Okay, tax benefit is 3 into 0.35, present value is 0.921. So that you are going to add it 0.921. Okay, so all these benefits we have done. Next you subtract the expenses from it. Subtract all the expenses. First expense is what? First expense is your initial investment. Okay, initial investment. Now what is the investment? What is the initial investment of your project? The initial investment is the cost of the asset, that is 330 lakhs. Okay, first expense, initial investment. Then after that, next expense is present value of tax on management fees. Okay, the management fees which you are paying, when you are paying the 5 lakhs management fee. You are paying it when? You are paying it in the starting only. So you are paying it on the 0 year. So for this you will be having some tax. So what will be the tax on this management fee? Okay, what will be the present value of the tax on the management fees? So same like your this one. Okay, like your direct expense, here also if you look at the year, your management fees is the income which you are getting on the 0th year, on the starting itself. But the tax benefit which you will get it on the first year only. The tax which you will be paying, it on the first year. Okay, this is the income for which you have to pay the tax. But on the 0 year you are not going to pay any taxes. You will neither get benefit nor you are going to pay tax on the 0 year. You will be paying or the getting the benefits, everything will be on the first year only. So this 5 lakhs rupees which you are getting, for that you will be paying the tax on the first year. How much will be the tax? Tax will be 5 lakhs into tax rate 0.35. This will be the amount of tax you will be paying on the first year. And what will be the present value of it? Present value of it will be 5 into 0.35 into PVIF 14% 1 year. This will be the present value. So if you find it, you will get the present value of this one. So that will be 5 into 0.35 into 0.877. No, so it will be how much? 1.535. Okay, the amount is going to be 1.535. So it will be minus 1.535. Okay, so this is done. Next, PV of tax on lease rental. Okay, the lease rental which you are paying, you have to find the present value of the tax on that, because lease rental is a income for the lessor. You have to pay some tax on that. So what will be the present value of that tax on the lease rental? So how you are going to find it? Simple again. Your lease rental are paid in what? These are paid in area, no? So rental is like this. This we have already done, no? This one. So 1 through 5 years you are paying the rental. So you are not paying the rental, you are getting the rental from the lessee. Okay, so the lessor is getting the rental. So when the lessor is getting the rental income is there, you have to pay the tax on that. Tax will be paid on the same year. First year's tax, so it will be paid in the first year. How much? 0.35 into L. Second year again 0.35 into L. Same amount every year, no? Because same rental you are receiving, so same tax you are paying. So the amount of tax paid is 0.35 into L every year from first year to fifth year. what will be the present value of this? Present value will be 0.35 into L, okay, into what? Into PVIFA 14% 5 year. When you are doing it for the lessor, you have only one discounting rate, okay, so everywhere it is 14% we are getting. So 0.35 into L into PVIFA 14% 5 year, it is 3.433. so if you calculate it, how much will be the amount? The amount will be 1.202 L, okay. So the tax the lessor is paying, the present value of that is 1.202 L minus 1.202 L, okay. We do not know the value of L, we will be finding the value of L only. So PV of tax on lease rental is done. Next, PV of any other direct cost. What direct cost we are having? We are having this 3 lakhs direct cost, which is paid in the starting only. So the present value will be this 3 lakhs only. No, it is paid at the starting itself, so it will be 3 lakhs only minus 3 lakhs. So this is also done. So now we have done with all the benefits and all the costs. So now simply you solve this equation, okay. 0 is equal to this plus this minus this. Whenever you solve this, you'll get some value of L, okay. If you simplify it, what you'll get, see, 3.433 minus, okay, 3.433 L minus how much? Minus 1.202 L. So that will be 2.231 L. Then minus 330 minus 1.515 minus 3 plus 5 plus 64 plus 17.127 plus 0.921. When you will do this, it will be, okay, this will come as 246.597, and that will be equal to how much? It will be equal to 0, because you are finding the BELR, so it will be 0. So from this you find the value of L. Okay, so it will come out as 110.53 lakhs. Okay, so the break-even lease rental is 110.53 lakhs. Means if the lessor wants to give the asset on lease, then he should get at least 110.53 lakhs annually. If he gets any amount less than this, then he should not give the asset on lease, because that will be a loss for him. And if he gets anything more than this, that will give some profit to him. But if he gives the asset at 110.53 lakhs, it is a condition when there will be no profit, no loss, okay. There will be zero profit, there will be zero loss. So this is the break-even condition, and this is how you are going to find the break-even for your lessor, okay. So to find the break-even for the lessor, simple, you have to do this PV of benefits minus the PV of the cost, and once you are done with that, you put all the values, you equate it to 0, and you will get the break-even lease rental by solving the value of the L. I hope you understand this. So thank you.